Let's just go around the table really quick on this one. Should body count matter?
No. Somewhat.
I get that it can be a preference for some people, and I totally respect that. But for me, it's not a preference. And for the people that I date, it's never even come up in conversation. It's not a preference because that just like doesn't really fall in line with like something that matters to me. So no.
I would say it's like I'm a little bit of both.
No.
Somewhat, yeah.
So I think it depends on what kind of society you want to build, right? So like one of the problems I see in the world right now are all the broken families. There's a lot of kids that grow up without fathers. The divorce rate in California last I saw is like 55%. I think that's a bad thing. And the statistics on like divorce in comparison to body counts, if someone is a virgin when they go into marriage, there's like a 5 to 10% chance that it's going to end in divorce. And I think it was if the body count is above 15, there's like a 50% chance that the couple is going to get divorced.
But that's not the only factor.
It's not. However,
there's so many other factors going into that. I understand.
You're right.
That's gonna be.
Yeah.
You're right. But if this is the average of people's body counts and stuff, like that's a big deal. 50% of people getting divorced versus 5 to 10, like that's a huge deal.
But what about after they're already married for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years and they got to kind of spice things up?
Might want to.
They got to kind of spice things up in the bedroom, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why a lot of relationships break, is because they get into it too quick, and then they, you know, put all their eggs in one basket, and they haven't really got a chance to really experience themselves sexually with other people. They don't know their limits. They don't know what they're really into. So they get with a partner they've been idolizing their whole life, and now they're with that partner. Everything's great. 2, 3 years, 4 years down the road, you start having urges for this type of broad or that type of broad, and not everybody, but a lot of people. And that's why marriages nowadays don't really last, because people have this big fantasy in their mind about what they eventually want to achieve, and when they finally so-called achieve it, a couple years into it, they're like, they figure out they want to go this way or want to go that way, or not, maybe not sexually, you know, another dude or another girl on girl, but I mean, they might be into something their partner's not. And they find that out 3, 4 years down the road. And then now you have, you know, cheating and, you know, pent up feelings and texting somebody else. And so, I mean, you kind of really want to figure yourself out first before you kind of commit to something that heavy, to where that's like, there's a drawbridge, that's it. This is the perimeter, can't go outside of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. Like, what, I can't remember, one of you was saying, talking about, I think it was you, Ashley, you were talking about how like, being with different men has helped you understand what it is that you want.
Yeah.
Like that totally resonates. Like for me, like the type of woman I want now is so different from who I wanted when I was like 20.
Right.
And if I had gotten married to a girl when I was 20 years old, like it probably would have been the wrong one, and we probably would have ended up getting divorced. Like there's totally merit to what you're saying, 100%. I think it comes down to like people being clear on who they are, you know, like who you are at 18 isn't the same person that you're going to be at 26. And I don't know, like, yeah, people end up in bad relationships and bad marriages. That's definitely a thing.
I think it's you'd have to be like super clear on like the values that you have, and like if you were gonna marry somebody, you'd have to be like, hey, like where are you seeing yourself like 25 years from now? Like what does this look like? You know what I mean? If you're just like basing a relationship off of just like lust or something kind of superficial, then it's like, you know, you're bound to have like want to mess around or do whatever. It's gotta be like a way long marathon, you know. I mean, lifelong marathon, ideally. Yeah.
I think one of the reasons a lot of people get divorced is because they get into relationships based on lust. Like at my gym, like I've talked to like 4 old dudes, all of them divorced, and basically all of them got divorced once they lost their sexual attraction to their partner and they realized there wasn't anything there. You know, like it was, the whole relationship was founded on sex from the get-go. And then once they got in their 40s and they weren't attracted to each other in the same way anymore, they were like, oh, there's nothing here. Like, that's a big problem. You know, you can't base a relationship on lust, in my opinion, like a long-term.
I'm just going to bring it back to the whole body count discussion. I don't think I gave my take quite on it, so I'll give my take.
Like, I need my input. I need my input.
So, body count, I think absolutely matters. I do think men and women view it a bit differently. I think men do care more about a woman's body count than do women. And there's biological and evolutionary reasons for that, one of which a woman who is promiscuous, you cannot guarantee paternity. So if a woman gets pregnant, She knows for sure that's the kid, but the father, there can be some uncertainty there. So even though now today we have paternity tests, it doesn't undo hundreds of thousands of years of evolutionary hardwiring that men have to find promiscuity in women unappealing, unattractive. So there's that. I mean, of course, there's STD risks. Someone who's more promiscuous is more likely to have an STD. So that's another concern. I know you mentioned that, you can get tested before you have a new partner. But let's be real. How many of people out there are getting tested in each and every instance that they're with a new partner? Mm-hmm. People are hooking up after the bars and clubs and parties. So people are just fucking. So, I mean, even so
they just fucking
but a lot of you said what I want to go around on this is, if you're comfortable sharing, if body count doesn't matter, what's your body count? 39. You have a list.
Very precise. You have an Excel spreadsheet.
I love that.
So, okay, 39.
Multiply by
Stop saying it.
Okay, yeah, I think we also got a chat here. No, that's a different one. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't count.
You don't?
Like, a person is a
More-
person. It's
more-
not a freaking number.
You so know.
Hold on.
I actually don't.
You so know.
Is it more than 10?
I actually don't know. Like, I've never counted.
Is
More
it
than-
less than 20?
More than
Definitely.
more than
No.
40.
No way. No. It's definitely under 20, but I've never counted.
So 19.
Honestly, I can't tell you.
Okay, fair enough.
I honestly don't know either. But I mean,
Range?
She knows.
I don't. I truly don't know, because it's not something that I think about when I hook up with somebody and I have a connection with somebody. I'm not like, oh my God, I need to add this like to a list and I need to count it. I have a lot going on, like professionally and
That's fair.
educationally. Like, that's not something I'm like, oh my God, I need to count this. I'm 27 years old. I've been having sex for 11 years. Like, it's not like I need to keep account of it, and it's not ever honestly anything that crosses my mind, so I don't. But it's definitely like up there. Like, I'll hook up with whoever I want to. It's not like I'm hooking up with just whoever I see on the street, but it's just like, if I want to hook up with somebody and we have a connection, I'll do it. Yeah. If I see somebody and I get to know them and I like them, I'm gonna hook up with them. There's nothing like stopping.
Do you have a sense of the range? Maybe not an exact number, but do you have a sense of the range?
I mean, yeah, it's probably like 30, 40, probably same range as Alex, I assume.
Okay.
We're friends. We're about the same here. Yeah.
Are you guys Eskimo sisters or what?
Definitely. We are.
Multiple times
Yeah.
over?
Wow. That's what besties means.
We are best friends.
So, okay.
And it's like something
Yeah.
that we bond over. Like, it's fun to talk about with her. Like,
Okay, good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Compare notes.
it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. Were there any instances where there was a shared encounter?
No.
Okay, not
No.
that. Not that far.
Not
okay.
yet.
Yeah, not yet. We need to, honestly.
Never say never.
It's in the works. It's in the works.
It is.
Jane.
I don't feel comfortable sharing that personal information, to be quite honest. It's not a judgmental thing towards anyone. It's just for me. Also, if my mom happens to see this, I just really don't want her to know, out of respect for her.
Mom, turn off, turn off the stream, Mom. Turn off the stream. Okay, she's gone. You can.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. No, I'm not telling you that.
That's
But it's I feel like for me, I've reined back quite a bit. I do somewhat resonate with you a little bit, because I noticed that when I would kind of just casually start sleeping with people really quickly, the relationships were like, I didn't really know them personally. So I've started to rein back on how quickly I start to do that. So for me, it's been a while. So
Okay.
yeah.
Kiki. Okay. Brandon. Body count.
80-ish, 100-ish. I don't know.
Nice. Nice. Okay, Tanner.
Yeah, honestly, I have some pretty important people watching this. I don't really want to share that.
Totally fine. And I think you, 7. You already told us. Okay, cool.
How about you?
So
Oh.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, Brian? Come on, bro.
Well, I am a man of God. And as a man of God,
So
you
you're
know,
gonna
I
agree
don't
with me?
I don't kiss and tell. I'm a very discreet individual. I do not share this information. But anyways,